Hey guys, it's Oberstadt, and right now I am filming the April Shop My Stash recap. I made a mistake when I did a swatch comparison video with the Jeffree Star Blue Blood palette and put a bunch of stuff away. So I think I have everything out still. That's correct. So if not, I added an extra palette. That's the only thing I can think of. Anyways, if you want to see like my recap of everything that I used this month and going over what I used, what I didn't use, I think I actually used just about everything in here. There might be one or two items that I didn't use, and like a little bit of a brief overview of the things that I have that I've used this month and kind of like a miniature review. Then keep on watching. Okay, so first we're going to get into palettes. Now, I did order this the day that it launched, and it finally came in. I think April 10th is when I received it, so I did 5 looks of this have already been posted on my YouTube channel, as well as a short review video of the lipstick. I will leave those linked down below. And then the first video I did with it was a swatch video, which I did have some trouble with a few shades in here. The Deceased shade, which is right here in the palette, is kind of really hard. It's hard packed into the palette. It's very difficult to work with. It comes off super patchy on the skin. It takes a hell of a lot of work just to get it on a brush. And then the Ocean Ice shade stains my skin like hot pink, like the color of my washcloth hot pink, after just being on my skin for a minute. It has severe glitter fallout whenever I've tried to use it. It constantly falls throughout the day once I've applied it. I end up with little like blue glitter flecks everywhere, and if you try and like flick them off with a fingernail, you get a little blue dot. If you try using a brush, like the brush that I was using to flick it off, somehow or another there's like a blue dot ended up on the side of it. And I washed this brush recently. I've only used it once since I washed it, and I cannot get the little blue dot out of the side of the brush. So the like eyeshadow brushes that I used with it, a couple of them are like stained from using some of the blue shadows in here, but for the most part, all the brushes that I did use with this palette washed up just perfectly fine. It was like the Blue Monday shade stained the brushes as well as the Ocean Ice shade. So all in all, if I were to take out Ocean Ice and Deceased out of the palette, I love the palette. I haven't had any problems with it. I just did a look yesterday using more neutral shades, and then like I threw in a surprise at the end of the video, so recorded that. Well, it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday when I recorded that, and then I recorded the other part of it like 14 hours later. So I haven't edited that yet. It's still on the card that I'm using right now. So anyways, so that's what is going on with this palette. I do enjoy it. It is quite bulky. I don't have any problems like getting it open. I mean, usually I use like 2 hands to do this, but like I can leave it just like this sitting on my counter with the little thing up, and it's fine. And because I just decluttered some palettes, it fits in my drawer just fine. The other palette that I have is, this is actually my blush palette from BH Cosmetics. I pulled this instead of like a single blush because I wanted to try and get more use out of it. Not only can I use like this shade to contour a little bit, but I can also use it as a blush. I pulled this lip palette. I think I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of this. I have started a declutter box already of things, and I just didn't reach for it. I completely, like, every time I saw it, I was like, maybe, no. So I'm going to be decluttering that probably as well. I have some runaways in here. Some of them are like little tester guys that I have depotted, and it looks like that Coastal Scents blush broke. But I did use this yesterday when I did my makeup. I have used it a few times this past month, and of course, some of these things I got from like Ipsy glam bags or like Sephora Plays or Birchboxes, those kinds of things, mostly Ipsy, and I like it. I'm still going to keep that. I have 2 palettes here that have like single shadows in it. This was the one that I used mainly to compare it to the Blue Blood palette, because I do have like several of these are like Morphe eyeshadows that I use to do swatch comparisons with that to see if I had anything that would be remotely similar to Blue Blood. I actually had some pretty similar shades. So, and I pulled the Jaclyn Hill palette out again after I put everything away. I couldn't remember if I had pulled this for this month or not. I didn't end up using this other than to do the swatch comparison video. So I couldn't, like I said, I couldn't remember if I had it out before or not. I knew I had the singles out, but I didn't remember if I had that out, so I went ahead and pulled it just to be safe. I love the Jaclyn Hill palette. Some of the darker shades are difficult for me to work with, and that's just because they intimidate me, and I worry about how they're gonna look. For bronzer, I just pulled the Park Avenue Princess from Tarte. This was from an Ipsy. I like it. It's about the right shade for me. It's got some shimmer in it. Would I purchase a full size of this? Probably not. The Ofra, this is in Star Island. I bought this as an add-on product for my February Ipsy Glam bag, and I love it. I love Ofra highlighters. The Wet n Wild Mega Cushion, this is the color corrector that I use under my eyes. I'm not wearing any makeup right now. This is almost out, it's almost empty. I did take my tweezers and like flip the sponge over because I remember watching like a Tati video like a while ago where she said with their cushion products that if you notice that you're getting low, flip it over and then you'll have more product because it stays in the sponge inside here. So I did that, but it's almost completely gone, so I can't wait to use that up. I did pull the BH Cosmetics Smooth Canvas primers. These are eyeshadow primers. One of them is in Bisque and the other one is in Veil. They're both like severely dry. Hello. It lost the little thing that was in here. These stink. They smell like spoiled oil. And they're like completely like shrunk away from the sides of the pan, and these are not even a year old. I bought these last year. It's sealed itself. Hello. Oh, it's like, yeah, this one really smells, it smells like bad cooking oil. So these are definitely going in, these are going to be going in the trash, but these are going in my declutter box. I'm going to put them right back in the declutter box because I don't want to put them back in. So as a replacement for that, I actually ended up pulling my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. I haven't used this very much since I bought it from Ulta, so I figured I would pull it to use it, so I did. For singles, we have the Nomad Cosmetics in Desert Sands, the IBY Beauty in Get Soaked, the Marsk in Foiled Again. I used all of these at least once for at least one look. They're nice, I just forget about using the singles. And then I have this duo from Marcel, this is in Rock and Rose. And I remember when I did the look for using this for like the first look that I did for the month of April using my Shop My Stash, I talked about how it rattles, and I totally forgot to show you how this like flips. It flips open and you've got two little sponge tip applicator guys in the bottom, so that's why it rattles. But I mean, you've got four sides, you've only got two shadows, so I mean, I guess you have a backup, but I don't really use sponge tip applicators unless I have a metallic shadow that is like super difficult to work with, and then I'll use one. Foundations, I have been mixing the IT Cosmetics with the Maybelline Fit Me in 102. Oh, excuse me, this is the Maybelline Superstay in 102. I do one full pump of this, so like a squirt of this. It's basically a 2-to-1 ratio, and you have oil on you. Why do you have, oh, okay, I see why. I have this facial oil that's got like truffle in it, and I love the oil for my face, but now it looks like it has decorated my makeup, and I cannot stand it when I have product on the outside of a container. Ew. But it smells like the oil now. That was like the sample of the oil. Okay, so I've been mixing the IT Cosmetics with the Superstay, and oh my god, the whole bottom of the basket is nothing but oil. Okay, we're gonna be doing a basket dump real quick. I just washed you. You got oil all over you. Looks like I'm going to be de-oiling stuff as I go along. Sorry, I've digressed. Okay, so I mixed the IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream. This is in light, and it's way, 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 way too dark for me. I mean, way too dark. So I've been mixing it with the 102, trying to get it to work out for me, and it leaves my skin like super glowy looking. Not like oily, but definitely hydrated looking. I also pulled the Photo Focus Foundation in Porcelain. I didn't really use it. I'm testing out the Cocoa Butter from Palmer's. This is the sunscreen. Again, I'm de-oiling everything as I pick it up because everything I pick up has oil on it right now. Yuck. Okay, this is the Palmer's Cocoa Butter Even Tone Skincare Baby, Body, and Face. This is also cocoa butter. It has SPF 50. I have been testing that out to see if I like it under my foundation and stuff. I'm just trying to use up the Urban Decay All Nighter. I don't care for it. It smells like I'm putting hairspray on my face. For primers, I have the Maybelline Master Prime. This is the Hydrate one. I did use this. Usually what I'll do is I will mix these two together. This is the IPKN or IPKN. This is their Radiant Cream. This gives me the same glowy look on my skin that my Physicians Formula Rose All Day Serum has. It leaves like this iridescent glow on my skin by itself. So I mix it with the hydrating primer from Maybelline in order to give my skin not only the illumination but the hydration that I need. And I did use the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For. I like it. Does it do pore filling? I honestly can't tell you because I hate the way foundation looks on my skin, period. I am still working on the Air Repair Super Hydrating Cream. It is almost empty. Like, I'm barely getting any product out of it. So probably within the next day or two that'll be gone, and then that will go into an empties. I do have a bag of empties here that anything that's recyclable just kind of goes in there. And I actually asked on my feed, my community tab for YouTube, if you guys wanted me to record an empties video. I still don't get the idea of them or the process, but I guess people want to see what you've used up and do like miniature reviews of them. So I guess I will be doing one of those when I finish up a few more things. Okay, so GCP. Okay, I had to like de-oil all of the products that were in that basket. So I figured I would do that separate and then start recording, plus the air came on. Okay, so the other two items that I had that were like face kind of products was the Dr. Jart BB Cream, and this is in light medium, and the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Perfector. This is a blurring skin tint. This is 08. I like both of them. It's just neither of them are my shade. So I usually use, this is kind of like a more gray toned product that I use to like put down first and blend out, and then I put this one over it. This is a little bit more warm. It has more of a red hint to it. And I use this on like the days when I use the IT Cosmetics CC Plus cream. I use these over it as like a bronzer contour kind of thing. For concealers, I did pull 3. I only used the Smashbox one this month, or once this month. The Makeup Revolution in C2 is almost like slap empty. I was just trying to use it up. And then we have a jumper. The Maybelline Age Rewind is down to about here. So I was just trying to get some more use out of it and to use it up. It's maybe about 8 months old, so I figured I would try and use it more. And I found when I dumped everything out, I found that I had another, this is a single, it's technically an eyeshadow highlighter. This is from Nana Kandar. This is the shade Fantasy. They consider it a highlighter and an eyeshadow. I've had to repress it because it came broken. I do have a replacement of this that they sent me from Ipsy that I think is up on my Depop store. So I do like it. It's a beautiful shade. It's just too dark for me. It's the same color family as like the Ofra Cosmetics Bliss or the Wet n Wild and Precious Petals. So it's about the same color as both of those, which they're both too dark for me. All right, so I had added eye drops to this Excessive Lash from Makeup Forever. I actually really enjoy this mascara. I like the size of the wand. It is a tiny wand. It works perfect on my lower lash. I don't have problems with it flaking. It gives me nice color and definition of my lashes. I have naturally long lashes anyways. It's just like half of them are blonde, like my leg hair. I don't understand. I have really dark hair, but blonde leg hair. Go figure. So I like that it coats my lashes nice and evenly. It separates them. It gives them a little bit of volume, and it gives them length. The Smashbox X-Rated Mascara, I really love this stuff. I hate the wand on it, though. It is this weird triangle-shaped wand. I like the formula of the mascara. The wand actually gives me like hella volume and length. It stinks though. This is probably the stinkiest mascara I have. And then the Kush mascara from Milk Makeup, it clumps on my lashes. It makes my lashes curl weird. I have a condition where like my eyelashes don't just grow all on one row. I have some that grow like in my waterline. I have some that grow up weird on my actual eyelid. I have some that grow like in the corner of my eye. So like out here, I have some that are like super curly that grow like, they grow like this. They grow out of the skin and then curl back towards my eyelid. And they're actually on my eyelid. So every time I use this mascara, they like stick together and then they grab like 8 or 9 other lashes and stick those together. So I end up with a big, huge clump out here on my lower and my outer corner of my eye, and I don't like it. It continuously flakes on my lashes. I don't like the fact that it does that. Does it give volume? Yes. Does it give length? I don't think so, but it's constantly flaking. It's constantly falling all over my face. No matter if I put one coat on and leave it, or put 2 coats on, or try and refresh it halfway through the day, it's going in my declutter box. I'm getting rid of it. I hate it. The only mascara that I hate more than that one is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and I don't like either of them. All right, for lip stuff, I am trying to use up the Pure Lease Daily Lip Nourisher with shea butter. It has like this much left in it. I love this stuff. It's not greasy. It's kind of got a nice slip to it, but it immediately like sinks down into your lips and moisturizes the skin. And I use it like all the time. So if I could afford to buy that in a full size, I would. I love that stuff. There's quite a few things from Pure Lease that I have that I really, really, really enjoy. Just nothing with the Blue Lotus in it because it gives me an allergic reaction. The Jeffree Star Lip Ammunition in Celebrity Skin. I like it. It is very comparable in color to the Flower Beauty in Spiced Petal and the Varnished Rosewood from L'Oreal. I will do swatches of these to show them, but it's very drying on my lips. There's the hair. So I'll do swatches. Couldn't help myself. Okay, so the air came on again. So I went ahead and swatched all three of the shades on my hand, and I will include another clip in here. So the very first one is the Jeffree Star Celebrity Skin. It's definitely a matte formula. It stays on for like hours. Now it does come off the center of my mouth, you know, with eating and drinking and vaping and that kind of thing. So it does come off. The next one is the Flower Beauty. This is in Spiced Petal. It's probably a little bit more peachy and a little bit more rose mixed in versus the Celebrity Skin, which is more of a neutral base. And then the Varnished Rosewood, which I can't resist this stuff. This stuff is like amazing. It's definitely more rose than the Celebrity Skin. The Celebrity Skin is a lot more neutral than the other two. But, and the Varnished Rosewood is like probably my favorite lipstick formula as of right now, like all time. I have 3 of these. No, I have 4 now. I bought another red. The glossy, the L'Oreal Colorations, they have a slight fragrance to them, but I actually really enjoy the fragrance. The Jeffree Star one, it's like super tuggy to go on. It's very thick. It is long wearing for being a bullet lipstick. The Flower Beauty one, if I want like a little bit more warmth to the lipstick, I put this on first and then put Celebrity Skin over it. And then that stuff stays on for like hours. I can drink coffee and leave, of course I leave a ring on my cup, but it doesn't seem, I think mixing the two or even mixing the L'Oreal with it, it mixes really well with other lipsticks, especially more moisturizing formulas. If I put it on under my lips or on underneath and then put a glossier one or more moisturizing one over it, it doesn't last as long. So I find that if I put the moisturizing one underneath and then throw it on top, it seems to last a lot longer. It's almost like the Jeffree Star like locks in the other formula. So these are, I actually enjoy it. Do I wish it was a little bit more moisturizing? I certainly do, but it's nice. This one here, this is one of my ones from my line. It's kind of like an orangey red. There it is there. It's called Speak Up. I don't think I have any more of these in stock. I do have a few bullet lipsticks left in stock, and I use this to do like an ombre lip with yesterday's look. This is Cutie. This is one of my lip glosses. This is like my favorite color of all times, and it smells fantastic. It's like this like baby pink shade, and it smells like candy. I have a few lip glosses left, like maybe 3 or 4. I did do this. I used this one yesterday when I was getting ready to go to Walmart. I put the lip lingerie on first. This is in Satin Ribbon, and then I threw the Spice Petal on over it, and this stuff lasts forever. It goes on like a moussey texture, and it's got a really weird doe foot applicator on it. But it is a neutral base, and it gives me like serious concealer lips. My lips are naturally darker than this, so it definitely mutes out all color in my lips, and it is a very neutral base. It doesn't pull warm or pink. And then we have the e.l.f. in Tea Rose. I used this like at the beginning of the month when I did my Get Ready With Me using all of my products that I had pulled. It's kind of like a grayish purple based pink. I'm running out of hand space here. And I put that on and threw Cutie on over it because this is a very, very dry formula. But it's nice. I like the color of it. I don't know what that was. And then, of course, I'm still using the Anastasia clear brow gel. I only have 2 clear brow gels, and then I've got one of the Benefit ones that has color in it. So this is okay. It's too hard and too crunchy for my taste. I just don't care for that. The Lock One and Done, this is Out of Your Shell. This is a cream eyeshadow. It's like a beautiful like ecru color with, it has like a little bit of like pink in it. It's nice. I pulled 3 lip liners. I ended up not using this one at all. This is the LA Girl. This is in Relentless Red. I ended up not using it because I didn't wear the red lipstick on its own. The Inspiration and Ravishing shades, I've actually used these more as eyeliners than lip liners. I've been putting them in my waterline. They're really nice, like warm brown shades. The JCat Beauty Brow Perfect Brow Duo, I like this product. I just wish it wasn't as red. And then the Model Co, this is in, was it dark brown? Medium brown? Brown. Medium dark. I like both of them. The JCat one is a hell of a lot more easy. It's like a lot easier to get a hold of, and it's a lot more inexpensive. Eyeliners, I completely forgot I had pulled the Milani Eye Tech Extreme. This is the liquid eyeliner that I'm using right now. I just figured instead of like switching out my liquid eyeliners that I would do continue to use the same one over and over again because I didn't want to like dry out my other ones. I did pull 4 of my line of cosmetics eyeliners. These are gel eyeliners. They are waterproof. I've got the Silver, which I used in my waterline quite a bit. I have Shiver, which I used in my upper waterline with some of the blue looks I did. Ninjas of Black and Envy Me is like an emerald green. And Shiver and Envy Me both have glitter in them. They're both silver-based glitters, but they do not feel like scratchy or tuggy on the skin, which is nice. And last of all, I pulled perfumes. This Elizabeth James Nirvana White kind of smells like white linen to me, but it's, I know it's a little bit different than white linen. I just don't care for it. Then we have the Calvin Klein Eternity for Men. I love this stuff. I love the smell of it. And then we have the Nomad Chloe. Oh, and the funny thing is, when I was wearing the Elizabeth James a couple of days ago, I sprayed it on my arm here, and then I was trying to get my cat to smell it. I was like, Bubby, what do you think of Mommy's perfume? And he goes and he smells my hand. I'm like, no, here, and he smelled it. He smelled it, and my cat went, what? I'm like, oh, you really like that perfume. So I tried to get him to smell my arm again to see if he would do it again in front of my dad, and he smelled everywhere but where the perfume was. And he was like, every time I'd like point at that area, he'd be like, I was like, oh, Daddy's giving me the side eye. I guess he's not gonna smell it again. But the fact that my cat gave it, I mean, he literally looked like he was gonna retch. It was so funny. So I'm guessing my cat doesn't like the perfume on me. My dad says it smells okay, but he doesn't care for it. And then the Nomad Chloe, it's nice. It's just not my, it's not like, I don't know. And it does that. It's a squirter. It's nice. I'll keep it for another month and see, but if I could buy a big size of the Eternity for Men, I would definitely wear it. I'm going to be decluttering the Elizabeth James. I've only used it a few times, so I'll probably I'll put this on my Depop store as like one of those free gift with purchase kinds of things. I do have the little carton that it goes in as well. It's in a big box in my room with all the other stuff. So anyways, that is it for my recap for my April Shop My Stash. Hopefully this was helpful. I know, and I don't usually do swatches, but I'm going to be doing a live stream here and a little bit of my May Shop My Stash once I get all of this stuff put away. And hopefully you guys enjoy this video. If you do, feel free to leave me a like and throw a comment down below. And I will see you guys in another video very soon. I don't know, I can feel the perfume in here. It's okay. It's a little floral. But anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye.